Yay, we're going. Okay.
Yay!
So
Going.
today it's me and Steve, and we're gonna talk about our E3 reactions. Cause
That's
yeah,
what we do.
yeah, it is actually what we do. So there'll probably be a lot of random cuts on the video, but not in our voices, because I'm going to constantly flip between the game and the video and everything, and not give two.
And I'm playing Dark Souls.
Yep, I am playing.
I'm getting my butt handed to me by the last boss.
I'm going to play
And I died.
uh
As is what happens in Dark Souls.
yes. I'm going to play Super Mario Bros. Because that's semi-relevant. It's ironic because there's no Mario game coming out
There's
first.
no new Mario game.
That's not a bad thing.
Well, I guess Smash is kind of a Mario game.
I mean, it's Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, so, I mean... Anything that has to do with brothers is automatically Mario.
Well, in Japan it's actually called, like, Diranto Smash Brothers or something like that. And Brawl was called Diranto Smash Brothers X.
That's a way better name.
So yeah, pretty much I'm gonna give my thought, because I'm gonna point out the elephant in the room and say this. I don't give a rat's behind about the Microsoft or the Sony conferences. I watch them.
No.
Steve didn't even hear about them until now, right?
Could you repeat that?
Oh, Steve, you didn't really hear about them even until now, right?
No, not really.
Yeah,
I prefer to only pay attention to Smash and Pokemon.
yeah.
Because it's Smash and Pokemon, it's way more important. If we're actually just watching me play Dark
true.
Souls.
Yeah, I guess. I need to close it. So, yeah, Nintendo. Okay, so Microsoft, Sony, pretty bad actually. I don't know why people can consider Sony having a quote-unquote good conference,
Because it's better than Microsoft's.
I guess. But the thing
When the
about
bar is set that low.
actually, Microsoft had it pretty low. They had two cool things there, I guess. But see, one was a game called Scaleborn. I might put some trailers up over the video, probably not, because
Probably not because copyright.
we'll have to download them. And actually, you could, because anyone's allowed to put trailers up because it's press.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So, the reason why Microsoft announced a game, Sunset Overdrive, some more stuff about that. I think it's cool because it's a cool looking game, right? But like, it's not new, if you know what I mean. Like,
Well, what is nowadays?
well, it's
To be perfectly honest.
that's true. And secondarily, they announced a game called Scaleborn, which is made by the guys who did Metal Gear Rising, which of course we're very fond of here.
As, you probably are well aware.
Yeah, and Bayonetta and Devil May Cry. And the thing is, the trailer didn't look that interesting or amazing, but the fact that the developers have a pedigree to them, I guess, is what makes me
If
more
it was
excited.
made by anybody else, nobody would care.
That's true. That's actually very true. Like, it's like if you saw like Microsoft was making it, would you really care? No. And the problem is the main character's like wearing Beats.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, that was kind of a bust.
Nothing else to say about that. Just it happened.
Yeah. So Sony, they announced a lot of like new indie stuff, which is cool, right? But like, I want something like big and exciting. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
not supposed to be at E3.
That's called indie for a reason.
Yeah.
Like they
That
have.
can be at random blog post number 472.
Yeah, that's actually they had one about like what was it called? It's like two fish hanging out or something like that.
Fish.
Well, like,
I would totally buy that game.
no, like on a journey, like it's like a music game based on like two like fish doing something. I don't.
Fish hanging out. If that's actually the name of the game, I'm buying.
Well, actually, speaking of two fish hanging out, the guys who made Journey are working on a new game called I think like Giant Squid.
Two fish on a journey.
No, it's just called like Giant Squid. And as my friend put it, the fact that Nintendo announced a game about squids means that's like a twofer this year.
It's the year of Squid.
Yeah, because last year was
Year of Luigi, now it's the year of Squid.
pretty much.
We're gonna have a remake of Octopus from the Game & Watch on the Wii U with motion controls.
I'm happy down for that. Or
Be
or like a remake of.
AAA title.
I want a AAA Octodad, like actual like.
No, but they wouldn't do it right.
Yeah, it's the weirdness is what adds to it, you know.
The fact that it's terrible is kind of its charm.
Well, the same can be said about Goat Simulator.
Well, Goat Simulator was made to be terrible.
Yeah.
They intentionally left the glitches in because they're funny.
Well, yeah. like I love hanging out at the space station. It's the best thing. Or the physics lab. I forgot what it was. Like the anti-gravity or something.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah. As far as okay, so now the things that really matter for everyone, or us rather, Nintendo. So easily Nintendo had the best presentation this year.
Well, as I say, when the bar is set that low.
Well, I thought like their announcements weren't particularly amazing by any means, right?
But the presentation.
Yeah, like
which is what really matters.
You know, the opening part with like Iwata and Reggie fighting. Come on.
That they could have just stopped there. I still would have done 10 out of 10.
Yeah, because like I think the fact that they're willing to have fun with it, you know, I just jumped into a pit. I'm that bad at Mario Bros. So they're willing to have fun with an actual game as opposed to like, you know,
Hey, yeah, guys, we're here, and this is the game, and then okay.
Hey, like some British guy. Halo 5 is going to have, yeah. Actually, I will congratulate the team who did Forza for Microsoft. I don't know who they are really, like what studio it is, but I think they did a great job and they deserve props, definitely.
Yeah, Forza's one of the higher quality racing games nowadays.
Well, like no, what they did was the stuff they were announcing for that game. I'm like, that's insane. I want that for like every game. As in like, first of all, they're including free racetracks for everyone who bought the game. It's over 200.
Well, yeah, it's called a racing game.
Well, they're putting new DLC.
You gotta have tracks.
Well,
in a race.
new DLC of race, like you know, actual free DLC. That's where.
Guys, we're having a racing game with tracks.
Hey,
free.
Big rigs.
Hey, that had like 4 tracks and 2 were playable. Can that even be considered a racing or a game?
I'm not sure. But as far as like, I guess in terms of like what they were doing, they also said dedicated servers, right, for their game. That's something. That's cool, right?
Yeah, until they get shut down.
Yeah. Well, then that's why you can have custom servers.
Are they having custom servers?
No.
Well, then there you go. You need both, really.
That's the singular best thing about PC, to be honest. But
yeah.
You repping your original. I guess you've always been a PC guy. You and yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
More than me. I mean, But yeah, there was oh, and they also said like what they were planning to do, right? Is do what was it? Like to minimize matchmaking time.
That's important.
Yes, like first of all, you can pretty much set up a guild, a la like you know like an MMO, right?
A guild.
A guild. Call it
a racing guild.
We'll call it a driving club, pretty much. No, you can
have raids, racing raids.
Hey, that'd be cool. Okay.
Now I just want to see a version of WoW, but with racing. Blizzard, get on this. You've already made a card game. That's fantastic. Now you gotta make a racing game.
Well, yeah, I'd be down for that. Actually.
You gotta cover all your bases.
As George put it, he's like, these conferences are so boring. They need to announce something cool, like a Game of Thrones themed Ultimate Frisbee fighting game.
Ultimate Frisbee fighting game on the Wii, so you can have motion controls.
Yeah. So.
Frisbee racing.
Well.
Motion control.
So yeah, yeah. So the fact they're trying to minimize like you know wait between matches is actually a really good thing to do in like a game, right?
Yeah.
So
there's times in Dota where you're waiting 5 minutes.
Yeah, or like in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, sometimes people aren't even on the game online.
Smooth.
Yeah, and it just sucks because you have to wait a billion years and no one's ever there. But
you wait 5 minutes, could not connect to game servers. Try again. Damn it.
Pretty much. Or even if that's assuming there are game servers.
Yeah.
So I wasn't a big fan of the Microsoft conference overall, but yeah. Like conference.
That would make it more interesting.
It would. It really was it was pretty mediocre, honestly, as a presentation as a whole. They set the bar way too low. I don't even like. What was their big announcement?
The fact that they're at E3.
Actually, though, I did say this at the 10, and I said, Microsoft, you have 10 minutes to wow me before I leave, right? And in the last 10 minutes, they showed off Scaleborn. So that was pretty cool, I guess.
Well, I guess they got you then. They knew exactly that you were gonna wait exactly 10 minutes. So, okay, at the very end, right before the time runs out, we get it.
Oh, there was one game I thought that was pretty pretty like boring. Like, so as far as Sony goes, I think their big announcement was Mortal Kombat 10. Or
There's that many?
Mortal Kombat X. Yeah, they've been making them consistently over the years.
Well, I guess I haven't paid attention.
Yeah, I don't really care about Mortal Kombat 10 though because I'm not a big MK fan.
Nope. We're both Street Fighter people.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Ultra Street Fighter 4 came out. We should play that.
Probably.
Yeah, the full version's gonna come out in August, so I might just buy it. I'll probably just buy it.
Woo.
And we'll play it like usual. There's like 4 new characters though, so I mean, you know.
4 new characters.
One of which is that Cammy clone, but that's irrelevant to this.
Cammy Bison thing.
That's actually irrelevant to this conversation.
Completely.
Well, I guess it just came.
That never stopped us before.
Yeah, you're right. So yeah, on to the real news of the E3, I guess.
The thing that people actually care about.
Nintendo. First, I just want to say they had a great show this year. They showed off the games.
Good things about good games.
Yeah, like games I actually want to play. Like, you know, I think that as far as is there something that you specifically thought was amazing, Steve?
Well,
well, like game-wise, not like did you watch any of the trailers?
I didn't. I watched some of them. The Pac-Man trailer.
Zelda one probably.
Yeah, I saw the Zelda trailer.
I saw an interesting thing. People are saying like that's not Link, right?
Yeah, there's some new female character because it's too feminine, apparently.
Well, it actually looks because like okay, when you draw like in manga, there tends to be a trope, right? When you draw women, they definitively just have really skinny necks, and that character's neck is way too skinny to be a man, real honestly, like in traditional terms. And I don't care whether you.
That's really silly.
Well, I don't care what you think about Nintendo when it's like. It's not anime, but they are Japanese still as a company.
Yeah, but I
wouldn't mind.
That's gonna have to be a female twin, if it is, because that looks identical.
You're right, actually. I had to explain to my friend the lobster, the blue attire, because you know, as established by Lobster Link, his lobster pajamas.
In Wind Waker.
Yeah.
Those are the official pajamas of Legend of Zelda.
Pretty much.
Which I'm totally okay with.
Yeah.
Because I want a pair of those in real life.
Alright.
I'll wear them proudly. You know what to get me for birthday now.
I actually already had something planned for your birthday, but it's something you'll like, don't worry.
Is that a Greninja scarf?
No, you can use your tongue for that.
I don't have a 12-foot long tongue.
Yet. Nah. Did I mention I got you some surgery for your birthday? Yeah.
I was actually trying to look for green ninja scarves. I couldn't find any. It's like, come on, people. It's obvious.
Just buy a pink scarf, Steve.
But it wouldn't be officially licensed by Nintendo. I'll have to get Nintendo seal of approval.
Oh, well.
Seal of quality, whatever the hell it is.
It's not. Yeah, so new Zelda trailer looked pretty. I thought it looks cool. I don't like how they're making Zelda quote-unquote open world though. I really don't. I think.
Well,
Zelda...
that is all the hype and new fancy thing these days.
Well, it's the new FPS genre in this generation. If you have.
They're just catering to the masses.
Yeah, which I think they need to. I think if there's any franchises that and it's a little, because I know they're gonna be good still, right? If there are two franchises they can cater to the mainstream, I think Mario and Zelda are the ones to do it, right?
Because they are the most mainstream.
Yeah.
That Pokemon.
But as Henry Ford,
you can't really make Pokemon's already kind of open world, so
they just need to put more stuff in it.
Yeah.
I think like, have you seen the world maps for those games? They look pretty good.
Well, I've seen the world map for.
No, they made a new world map for Hoenn. Sorry.
I've seen the new one. Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah.
I hope they keep Battle Frontier because that's my favorite thing about Emerald.
Yeah, I think it adds massive replay value.
It does, because it actually gives you something to do after you beat the champion, which was the biggest problem in X and Y.
Well, the game X and Y has no post-game. Next to that, the Looker quests, and those are really good, obviously, but...
Yeah, and the battle...
Tower. Oh, the Mazen.
Mazen, yeah.
And the battle chateau.
You do a couple of times, like, okay, I did it. But now...
Yeah, so As far as I have faith in them. They can do a good job. But like,
Sure.
I think X and Y was gonna be rocky because they had to make over 700 Pokemon models.
Yeah.
The team for
I mean, the first one is like the pilot episode of a TV show is always the worst.
Yeah.
Say.
And also like, the team for working on those games is huge.
It has to be to make 700 Pokemon for models.
It was 500 people, I think. I believe. That's
Have you seen Mega Sableye?
Of course.
Yeah, there's quite a few mixed opinions. I like it personally.
My friend thinks it's stupid. He's like, so he replaced the Sapphires with Rubies. So Mega Sableye is gonna have Emeralds, right?
Nah. I'm really hoping that it's blue and Sapphire and red and Emerald.
That'd be cool. I've seen mixed. I like Mega Swampert because I think it's the best they could have done without making him.
Mega Sceptile looks so good.
I don't like it very much, to be honest.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Maybe it's my freaking love for Sceptiles of Pokemon, but I love Mega Sceptile.
Yeah.
Sceptile's my favorite because of Pokemon.
Let's see. Oh, so yeah, Smash. Actually, we can just talk about Pokemon a bit, I guess.
Yay.
Because you know that's. I mean, it's still relevant. It's still part of E3, right? So yeah, definitely.
It's a smaller portion, but yeah.
I mean, it was still a part of it.
It was still a part.
Yeah. It seemed pretty. It seemed pretty good, I guess. Like, as a.
Smash had announced till '93.
What?
Should have been riots in the streets.
I like how Smash DS is coming in October, and they were like, summer 2014. That's not summer, Nintendo.
You silly goose.
That honestly, because I was kind of hyped for that whole summer deal they were promising. Because I was gonna like set up a camera so we could record Smash Bros on the 3DS.
Nice. Because I don't have. Yeah, I have to get a 3DS. So.
Oh, you don't. Wait, I thought you had one.
At my mom's house, like I never go to.
Oh, is it just there? Like you don't?
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna literally play it in the dark and we're gonna record it.
Because yeah, we're capture cards.
Well,
yeah.
Even beyond capture cards, the DS one is just not.
There's like 400 cords.
It's like $400, Steve.
That too.
I don't think. Look, we may be such big rich celebrities, but I can't afford that. Yeah.